Hello's picks for the 2025 Emmy winners, the Pitt, Kathy Bates, and Harrison Ford. The 2025 Emmy Awards will take place on September 14, 2025. Severance Season 2, The Pitt Season 1, Netflix's Nobody Wants This, Harrison Ford, and Kathy Bates are all nominated. Television in 2025 is the best it's been in some time. Severance finally returned for its much-anticipated Season 2, and it mostly lived up to the hype. While it was a year of huge success for debut series that recalled television of old with The Pitt, a medical drama that dropped weekly, and Nobody Wants This, with millennial icons Adam Brody and Kristen Bell telling the story of two 30-somethings still hoping for love. It's not a surprise to see the Emmy nominations list stacked with first-time nominees, including beloved 90s icon Noah Wyle, finally receiving his recognition, as well as Harrison Ford and Kathy Bates, both for their work as septuagenarian professionals flipping the idea of what's possible for all later in life. Best Drama and Best Comedy are both stacked with a mix of new and returning series, and a few surprises, including a nod for Disney Plus' Star Wars spin-off Andor, while The Handmaid's Tale's final season was shut out. Despite the hope that some network shows may creep in, it was only ABC's Abbott Elementary that broke into the top contender lists for Best Comedy, although Kathy's nod was for her work in CBS's Matlock. Fun fact, it's been over 10 years since a network comedy won the Best Comedy category, ABC's Modern Family in 2014, and over 20 years since a network won Outstanding Drama Series, NBC's The West Wing in 2003. At Hello, we love to bring you news and features on the world's A-listers, from their weddings to baby news and family changes, but we also love TV, and that's why this year is so exciting as some of our, and your, favorite celebrities from over the years, Adam, Kristen, James Marsden, Paradise, Kerry Russell, The Diplomat, and Sir Gary Oldman, Slow Horses, are being recognized for their work, along with newcomers such as Amy Lou Wood, The White Lotus. So keep reading for our 2025 Emmy picks across the major categories, and why. Nominees: Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise, The Pitt, Severance, Slow Horses, The White Lotus. The Pitt is 24 crossed with ER, following the lives of the staff inside the fictional Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Center across one 15-hour shift, with each episode 1 hour of the shift. The premise automatically gives the series a heightened sense of tension, but what the writers do next across those 15 episodes is not just high-stakes drama and bloody gore from all kinds of injuries and incidents, but also, somehow, incredibly detailed ensemble-wide character development, forcing you to care deeply for strangers whose lives you are dropped right into the middle of with zero context. It's the only new series this season that I've already rewatched at least 4 times, and although the Season 2 trailer appears to reveal Dr. Langdon will not be the most divorced man in America, if you know, I trust John Wells, R. Scott Gemmell and the team of writers will be able to make Season 2 as dramatic as Season 1, and with even more development despite the confines of the ER walls. Plus, Season 1 has great representation of autism, a hilarious jab at the hypocrisy of anti-vaxxers, and 2 characters who are so romantically coded there's an entire section of the internet shipping them. What more do you need from a TV show in 2025? Nominees: Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, The Studio, What We Do in the Shadows. Nobody Wants This was a surprise awards contender for Netflix. On the surface, it reads like a simple rom-com for millennial women, following Joanne, an agnostic sex podcaster, who meets and falls in love with a newly single rabbi, Noah, only for them to realize that life isn't that easy. But performances from Kristen Bell, Veronica Mars, and Adam Brody, the OC, and a sharp and at times caustic script, saw it break out past its intended audience, with the series reaching audiences of all generations. Nominees: Adam Scott, Noah Wyle, Sterling K. Brown, Gary Oldman, Pedro Pascal. If you watch Noah Wyle's Dr. Michael Robbie Rabinovich break down in the children's ward of the PTMC at the end of a terrifying and devastating mass casualty incident and not cry yourself, you don't have a heart. That one scene from The Pitt will be the one played on September 14th when his name is read out, and if it's not, I have no hope left for the Academy. Nominees: Adam Brody, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Martin Short, Jeremy Allen White. I was one of the rare TV reporters who didn't automatically fall in love with the studio. Yes, it was supposed to be a cringe satirical comedy, yet the second-hand embarrassment I got from episode 2, watching Hollywood studio exec Matt Remnick, Seth Rogen, and his colleague Sal Saperstein, Ike Barinholtz, ruin Sarah Polley's hopes for a continuous shot, left me turning the episode off before the end. I picked the series back up because of Seth Rogen, though. Would Matt get it together and make a success of Continental Studios? And it was his performance that made me stick it out, as we watched Matt come back from failure after failure, all because of his determination and genuine love for making films. Nominees: Kathy Bates, Sharon Horgan, Britt Lower, Bella Ramsey, Kerry Russell. At 77, Kathy Bates is the oldest female Emmy nominee of all time, but what a role to have undertaken to finally get the recognition. As the lead character in Matlock, Kathy plays two roles: the persona of Maddie Matlock, a former lawyer who returns to the workplace in her 70s after the alleged death of her husband who had gambling problems, and Madeline Kingston, the former lawyer who goes undercover at the law firm to seek justice for the death of her daughter from the opioid epidemic. Those two differing personalities were on show in season 1, often in the same episode, with Kathy's talent able to take you from the trope of the old and overlooked woman who couldn't possibly be smart enough or quick enough to outwit you, to Madeline, the tough and calculated woman out for revenge. By the end of the season, Kathy was often juggling these two characters in the same scene, taking the audience on their own journey as they came to realize exactly who this character was and what she was willing to do. Nominees: Zach Cherry, Walton Goggins, Jason Isaacs, James Marsden, Sam Rockwell, Trammell Tillman, John Turturro. Severance Season 2 was owned entirely by Trammell Tillman as Seth Milchick, the reliable and loyal Lumen employee who will do whatever it takes to keep the severed workers from revolting. His steely gaze went from disturbing in Season 1 to terrifying in Season 2, as he went to deeper and darker lengths to keep the innies happy, culminating in that fevered dream sequence of Milchick being locked in the MDR bathroom and attempting to escape, all while a high school marching band plays. Nominees: Ike Barinholtz, Colman Domingo, Harrison Ford, Eben Moss-Bachrach, Michael Urie, Bowen Yang. Yes, Harrison would give an incredible speech if he won this category, but it would also be 100% deserved. After a career of playing the gruff but handsome male lead, characters that are often just an extension of himself, Harrison was finally able to show off his comedic and dramatic chops in the thoughtful yet hilarious comedy Shrinking. As Dr. Paul Rhodes, a therapist in his 70s who has been diagnosed with Parkinson's, Harrison brings his own world weariness to the screen but imbues Paul with a wit, and heart, and depth with just a glance of his eyes or a head tilt. Nominees: Patricia Arquette, Carrie Coon, Catherine Lanasa, Julianne Nicholson, Parker Posey, Natasha Rothwell, Amy Lou Wood. There was a haunted look in the Pitt's charge nurse Dana Evans' eyes from the opening scenes. Dana was a nurse who had seen some stuff and yet kept coming back because of her love for the job. Dana is the cornerstone of the ER, until a devastating attack unfolds that leaves her shaken to her core and rocks her previously unwavering faith for job. Catherine's own love for acting has kept her as a working actor, and as Dana, she finally shows the masses what she has been capable of all those years, bringing no-nonsense responsibility, a kind word when needed, and a comforting look in the middle of all the tragedy. Nominees: Liza Colón Reyes, Hannah Einbinder, Catherine Hahn, Janelle James, Catherine O'Hara, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Jessica Williams. Janelle James has been doing the absolute best work of her career for the last 2 seasons of ABC's comedy Abbott Elementary, and it's about damn time the Academy recognized it. Janelle has taken Principal Ava Coleman from a one-note head teacher to a fully rounded character who has grown, now cares about her kids and her staff, and has learned to open herself up to love, and all while still recognizing her own worth.